Hello dear friends, this is TNC TV official from where you are going to get the knowledge of English. Have you ever asked yourself why I don't speak English like American, like British, like a native? Here on TNC TV official, we have prepared different videos. We have prepared different lessons that are going to help you to speak English fluently, dear friends. I'm telling you, if you are still having the challenges of speaking in front of the public, or when you meet the foreigners you fail to talk, here on TNC TV official, already we have prepared the right solutions. It means that we try to explain you all of the lessons of English so that you may ensure that you don't have any problem with the skills of English. Dear friends, last time we have seen different lessons, but let me tell you the previously, then I tell you today's lesson. Previously, I told you that this week's we are dealing about, we are treating about, we are speaking about, we are talking about, we are dealing with. It means that within these weeks, I want to try to ensure that you don't have a problem of pronouns. You have seen that we have started by personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, and demonstrative pronouns. I think that up to now, every private candidate, everyone who is following our videos, everyone who has started with us has no problem about pronouns. I told you that the pronouns are the words that are there to replace the nouns when it is needed while making the sentences. If you make the sentences, you have to know pronouns, you have to know nouns. The nouns sometimes are replaced by pronouns. It means that I don't have a problem with the people who have followed different videos here, because according to the comments I saw that really it is positive. All of you must know personal pronouns, you must know possessive pronouns, you must know demonstrative pronouns, and today you are going to know also relative pronouns, dear friends. By here I say what? When I was checking, when I was searching, when I was making more researches about this English, dear friends, I have seen that most of the people, they fail to understand the relative pronouns. But today I think that if you follow the video carefully, you are going to see that you have delayed to understand relative pronouns. Relative pronouns means what? Relative pronouns are the words that introduce the relations of the subject. Dear friends, you remember that when you make the sentence, there is a subject and the verb and the object, and that's the simple sentence. But sometimes when you are making complex sentences, it means that a geometric sentence or complex sentence, sometimes you are going to put in the middle of the sentence the special words that are called relative pronouns. Those special words that are placed in the middle of the sentences to join two sentences, or to join two parts of the geometric or complex sentences. Sometimes if they are not the conjunctions, they are relatives. It means that those relative pronouns are the special words that are placed in the middle of the sentence to introduce the relations between the subject, the part number one, the part of the sentence number one, to the part of the sentence number two. You are going to see the part of the sentence number one and the part of the sentence number two. You're going to see, I'm going to refer two different examples I'm going to give you. Let me show you, let me tell you those relative pronouns. We have a who, we have a whom, we have where, we have when, we have why, we have a whose, we have what, we have which, we have how. Can I repeat? Who, whom, what, which, where, when, why, whose, and how. These are relative pronouns when they are placed in the middle of the sentences. When they are placed in the middle of the sentences, like I'm going to show you in the following examples, I think that, and I believe today you are going to memorize, you are going to understand the use of relative pronouns. Let me start from the relative pronoun who. Who is related to people? Who is related to people? I can say, this is the teacher who teaches me. This is the teacher who teaches me. This is the man who buys for me. This is the buyer who buys for me. He buys for me. Sometimes when you go in the bar, in the hotel, he buys for me. And I buy for he. So dear friends, this is the man who buys for me. This is the teacher who teaches me. You see who is placed in the middle of the sentence. This is the man. The sentence number 1 is this is the man who teaches me. Those relative pronouns, they are there to connect two sentences, two simple sentences. Okay, I think that by who, you see, who is followed by a verb. This is the man who loves me, who buys for me, who cleans here, who opens the door. Okay, after who, you have to put a verb. I think that here you are convinced. Who is related to people and it must be followed by verb. After whom, there is difference between whom and who. You are going to see. Keep on watching, dear friends. Whom, this is the girl whom I love. This is the girl whom I love. This is the boy whom I go with. This is the boy whom I go with. When I say this is a boy whom I go with, you see that whom is related to the boy whom I go with. Whom is always followed by subject. Please let me make you understand. Whom is always followed by subject, while who is followed by verb. After whom, we are going to see what. This is what I take in the morning. This is what I take in the morning. Maybe you take tea, you take milk, you take a porridge. I don't know what you take in the morning. You take juice. This is what I take in the morning. When I say what is related to the thing, is related to the thing. Okay? Who and whom related to people. What related to things. Which related to things. Okay? This is the smartphone which I use. This is the smartphone which I use. This is the smartphone which I use. So most of the English users, they confuse. They make the confusion between what and which. But what I'm telling you is that when there is idea of choice, you can use which. When there is no idea of choice, you can use what. If you are not convinced, please give the order of the book, Get Knowledge of English. I have put different examples, tangible examples that are going to make you understand the way you are going to use properly the relative pronouns. Even me, in privacy, I can follow you, I can explain you, I can convince you. My number is always there, 0788457692. We're going to see. And you can contact me and I explain you relative pronouns. After which and what, you're going to see whose. This is the baby whose mother is hospitalized. This is the baby, this is the child, this is the kid whose mother is hospitalized. Whose, understand whose? This is the baby whose mother, whose child, whose father is hospitalized. It means that this baby, his mother is hospitalized. Yeah, I think that whose is also clear. So I can show you where I work. I can show you where I work. Where is related to the place on which at which I work. I can show you where I work. So please, can you tell me when you get up? Can you tell me when you get up? I want you to tell me when you get up. You see, when is related to the time. Okay, when is related to the time. Please, you can tell me how you go at job. You can tell me how you go at job. How also is placed in the middle of the kilometric sentence or complex sentence or long sentence. It means that those two parts of the sentences should be connected by the relative pronouns. How? You can tell me how you reach at your job. How introduce is related to the manner, is related to the way. Dear friends, I think that you are watching the way we use relative pronouns. Don't tell me you don't know how to use relative pronouns in the sentence, dear friends. If you have liked this video, you are going to share it with others, and you continue to think about the different sentences you can make yourself, so that you may ensure that you don't have a problem about relative pronouns. Are you convinced? I think so. I think you are convinced. If you are convinced, please, you continue to watch. You continue to think in English. When you think in English, all of the thoughts, all of the ideas, all of the statements in the sentences, they will come in English. When they come in English, automatically, you become the best English user. You're going to see that there is no problem about English. Everywhere you reach, you're going to speak English without any problem. Dear friends, before closing my video, let me remind you, relative pronoun, special words that are placed in the middle of two parts of the kilometric sentence. Kilometric sentence means what? A wrong sentence. A wrong sentence sometimes is divided into two parts. Those two parts, they should be connected by the relative pronouns. I say there is introducing expression. Can say, you can tell me who teaches you. I want you to tell me who teaches you. You can tell me where you work. You can tell me how you reach at a job. You can tell me whose child is this. You can tell me what you take in the morning. You can tell me whom you love. You can tell me whom you love. You can tell me whom you buy for. You can tell me whom you go with. These are the sentences in which we are going to find relative pronouns. Dear friends, I believe here on a TNC TV official, it is a sure deal. You are understanding. You are following the way we explain. After a while, you are fluent. You are speaking English without any problem. You are speaking English freely because of TNC TV official. Thanks to TNC TV official, I promise you that you are going to speak English like American, like a British, like a native. I love you so much. I will never cease to prepare for you different lessons that are going to ensure that you don't have any problem with English. Dear friends, I love you. See you next time with another video. Remembering that in these 2 weeks, we are focusing on pronouns. I believe after 2 weeks, the chapter of pronouns is over yet. If you're not convinced, here on TNC TV official, you can WhatsApp me, you can message me on my number, my WhatsApp number. You write a plus if you are out of country, out of Rwanda. You can write plus, the sign plus 250-78845-7692. This is my WhatsApp number. Dear friends, you subscribe if you didn't subscribe. Comment, like. Dear friends, inbox, you can continue to give us different advice so that the videos that we prepare for you, we create for you, may be the videos of quality. We love you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye. See you next time.